It's no surprise that the sisters wanted to team up on this latest production.
Things crumble, but to be open, we do a pretty good job at making sure we're protecting their feelings as well as our own.
Hollywood loves a good secret, and some of the biggest ones are hiding in family trees. These are Hollywood black sisters you probably never connected, from behind-the-scenes power players to icons you think you already know. Join us as we uncover 20 Hollywood black sisters with surprising family ties. Ready to be shocked? Number 20. Yvonne Orji and Simone Orji. One is a face you instantly recognize from HBO's Insecure, while the other masterminds stories from behind the camera. Yvonne Orji burst onto the scene as the scene-stealing, no-nonsense Molly Carter, a role that earned her an Emmy nomination and made her a household name. Born in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, Yvonne's path to stardom was unconventional. Armed with a master's degree in public health before diving headfirst into comedy and acting.
Nigerians, we don't really do conflict resolution well. We've never met a conflict we actually wanted to resolve.
But what many fans don't know is that Yvonne's sister, Simone Orji, is a creative force in her own right. Preferring the writer's room to the soundstage, Simone is a filmmaker and writer, crafting narratives away from the paparazzi's flash. This is one of Hollywood's most under-the-radar sister connections. Together, they represent the perfect industry yin and yang. One thrives in the performance, the other in the creation. In interviews, Yvonne often credits her close-knit family for keeping her balanced, and it's clear Simone is a key part of that inner circle. Now imagine realizing a major star didn't grow up alone. She had a creative sister right beside her. Number 19. Keke Palmer and L'Oreal Palmer. Keke Palmer is a certified triple threat, a child star turned award-winning actress, singer, and vibrant talk show host. But in the Palmer family, talent is a shared trait. Her older sister, L'Oreal L.C. Palmer, stepped into the spotlight herself by winning the debut season of the reality competition Claim to Fame, where contestants hide their famous relatives. L.C.'s victory, secured by cleverly hinting at her connection to Keke, even donning a bee costume for Keke's breakout film, Aquila and the Bee, proved she has the strategic chops to match her sister's performance genius.
You know what? When I put my mind to it, I can memorize anything, and I don't need help.
LC, a writer and mother of 3, has openly praised Keke's fearless ambition, calling it a lesson she hopes to pass to her own kids. The admiration is mutual. For LC's birthday, Keke posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, calling her the true talent in the family and her oldest best friend. While Keke commands global stages, LC is building her own legacy, having written a memoir and expressed a passion for directing horror films. This sisterhood is built on public support and private understanding, with Keke even collaborating professionally with her other siblings on her streaming platform, KeTV. From sisters who challenge each other to claim their own fame, we turn to a sister who had no interest in claiming the spotlight, only in securing it for the prodigy in her care. Number 18. Zendaya and Katianna Coleman. While Zendaya is a global superstar, an Emmy-winning actress, and a fashion icon, her rise to fame is a true family affair supported by her 5 older siblings. The most prominent among them is her eldest sister, Katianna "Kat" Sturmer Coleman. The Coleman family story is one of collective hustle. Their mother managed a theater where all the kids, including Zendaya, worked. Kat, being the oldest, naturally took on a protective and guiding role. As Zendaya's career exploded from Disney's Shake It Up to the cultural phenomenon of Euphoria, Kat transitioned from manager to a more private role. Zendaya has repeatedly emphasized that her family is the non-negotiable unit that keeps her balanced amidst the chaos of fame.
It's an honor, obviously, I mean, the first time I went to the Met, I was like 18.
Now, from a star and her strategic big sister, let's turn to a trio of sisters born directly into the spotlight, carrying the weight of a legendary last name. Number 17. Eddie's daughters. When one's father is the iconic Eddie Murphy, fame becomes an inheritance. But for his daughters, particularly Bria Murphy, Shane Murphy, and Zola Ivy Murphy. The challenge has been to build identities beyond the shadow of a comedy giant. These sisters are a fascinating study in navigating privilege, expectation, and personal passion within one of Hollywood's most famous black families.
You have 10 kids.
Yes, I have 10.
Bria, the eldest from Eddie's marriage to Nicole Mitchell, has been the most visible, stepping into the fashion and reality TV worlds, appearing on the Playboy Club, and showcasing her life as she carves her own niche. Unlike sisters who collaborate, the Murphy daughters have largely pursued independent ventures, from creative arts to more private pursuits. Their shared experience is growing up in the blinding glare of their father's superstardom, while he fiercely protected their privacy. While their bond is more private, it's undoubtedly fortified by the shared experience of defining themselves in a world that already knows their last name. Speaking of legendary families, our next pair shows what happens when musical royalty produces not one, but two chart-ready daughters. Number 16. The Miller Sisters. Hip-hop mogul Master P built a no-limit empire, and his children are extending that legacy into a new era. While his son, Romeo Miller, is widely known, his daughters Symphonique Miller and Italy Miller are a dynamic sister act in their own right, proving musical talent runs deep in the Miller bloodline. Symphonique, a singer, actress, and dancer, has been in the public eye since her teen years on Nickelodeon's How to Rock, actively building a career that honors her father's hustle, while establishing her own R&B and pop sound. Her younger sister, Italy Miller, has also stepped into the music scene, releasing her own tracks and often collaborating with her siblings. Together, they represent a new wave of hip-hop legacy kids. They have the famous name and the platform, but they are putting in the work. Their social media showcases a close, supportive bond, frequently featuring family gatherings, studio sessions, and mutual promotion. And if you think that one was low-key, wait until you hear about a sister who helped shape a breakout TV star without ever stepping in front of the camera. Number 15. Monica Arnold and Shamari Dev. When you think of Monica, you think of that powerhouse voice that dominated the 90s and 2000s with timeless anthems. But behind the Grammy Awards and soulful ballads like Angel of Mine lies a life packed with headline-grabbing drama. Let's rewind to the late 90s, when the internet's predecessor, tabloid magazines, was obsessed with the rumored feud between Monica and her duet partner, Brandy. Whispers of a backstage catfight after the 1998 MTV Video Music Awards, complete with alleged slaps and thrown drinks, became legendary. While both women have since downplayed it as media hype, the rumor mill churned for years, fueled by their separate entourages and youthful competition. Enter her sister, Shamari Dev, who chose a completely different lane to fame. While Monica was in the studio, Shamari was building a brand on reality television, most notably as a member of the eclectic girl group Lucky, and later on, shows like Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, and Rock of Love. Here's the juicy part. These sisters are so strikingly alike that fans constantly mistake them for twins. Imagine trying to carve your own identity when you're perpetually confused with an R&B legend. Now let's talk about another pair of sisters whose careers also went in totally different directions. Number 14. Meagan Good and Corinthia Corey Good. For decades, Meagan Good has been a constant, dazzling presence on our screens. From the playful charm she brought to Eve's Bayou as a child star to the complex roles she tackles today. While her professional life is an open book, her family life holds one of Hollywood's quietest and most intriguing connections. Meagan has a sibling who operates entirely out of the spotlight, her sister, Corinthia Corey Good. While Meagan commands attention in front of the camera, and Lamia has built a steady career in television and music, Corey has carved a niche in the technical and artistic backbone of the industry, music composition and scoring. While fans see Meagan's performances, they are often emotionally underscored by the kind of work Corey does. For Meagan, who has navigated very public relationships, a high-profile divorce, and the intense scrutiny of dating Jonathan Majors amid his legal troubles, having a sister like Corey is a sigh of relief. However, that's not even Meagan's only sister in entertainment. Number 13. Meagan Good and Lamia Good. If Corey Good is the family's private pillar, then Lamia Good is Meagan's public partner in crime. As the older sister, Lamia paved the way, appearing in beloved 90s staples like Sister, Sister, The Parent Hood, and the classic film The Wood. She also found success as an original member of the R&B girl group ISIS. But as Meagan's star skyrocketed, Lamia gracefully embraced a dual role, a working actress in her own right and Meagan's most visible supporter. Professionally, they famously collaborated on the Lifetime thriller Death Saved My Life, where the dynamic beautifully flipped. In 2014, they co-founded the Greater Good Foundation, a philanthropic effort focused on mentoring young women. In a joint interview, they shared how their own experiences with racism and family struggles drive their mission to give back to an oftentimes underserved area. This united front has been Meagan's bedrock through personal storms. Lamia was by her side during family meetings, even joining Meagan and their mother for a now-famous lunch with Jonathan Majors at Red Lobster as his legal troubles began. While every friend advised Meagan about that relationship, Lamia's presence signaled unwavering family support. Next up is a pair that people recognize, but don't always classify as Hollywood royalty. Number 12. Vanessa Simmons and Angela Simmons. These two didn't just get a front-row seat to hip-hop history. They grew up in its living room. As daughters of Reverend Run of the legendary Run DMC, Vanessa and Angela's childhood was documented for the world on MTV's pioneering reality show, Run's House. Unlike other stars who claw for fame, they were born with a platinum-plated legacy. But the real gossip isn't about their famous father. It's about how they've fiercely built their own empire, largely together. While the show gave them fame, they turned it into a formidable business venture, launching their hugely successful pastry sneaker and clothing line in the late 2000s. Their relationship has played out in real time for the public, from the fun, supportive moments on their show to navigating profound personal heartbreaks. They've been business partners and confidants through everything, including Angela's very public journey as a single mother, after the tragic murder of her ex-fiancé, Sutton Tennyson. Through this unimaginable pain, Vanessa was reportedly a pillar of support. Of course, no sibling relationship, especially one under cameras, is without friction. Past episodes of Run's House and their own spin-offs hinted at natural disagreements, particularly around business decisions and the pressures of public life. Now, let's move into sisters who built their entire legacy together. Number 11. Erica Campbell and Tina Campbell. The story of Erica and Tina Campbell, the gospel duo Mary Mary, is the ultimate blend of divine inspiration and very human tension. They rose from a church choir in Inglewood, California, to global fame, smashing barriers with crossover anthems like The Unstoppable Shackles. Their harmony was perfection, earning them Grammys and millions of adoring fans. But what happened when the microphones turned off and the reality cameras turned on? That's where the real drama unfolded. Their WETV reality series, Mary Mary, was a raw, unfiltered look at the immense pressure of mixing family and business. Viewers saw brutal creative clashes, tense business meetings where they couldn't agree, and the emotional strain of two strong-willed women trying to lead one ministry. The tension reached a boiling point, leading to a very public and painful hiatus in the mid-2010s. They pursued solo projects, and rumors of a bitter split swirled. Tina faced a very public battle with her husband's infidelity, while Erica launched a successful solo career. For a time, it seemed the sisterly bond that created Thankful might be broken beyond repair. Yet, through their deep faith, prayer, and family ties, they reconciled and found their way back to each other. But what happens when sisters look so alike? People think they're the same person. Number 10. Tasha Smith and Sidra Smith. If you've watched Empire, Power, or any number of Tyler Perry's dramas, you know Tasha Smith. She's the actress who brings volcanic energy to every scene. often playing the fierce, no-nonsense friend or formidable antagonist.
Actress and director, Miss Tasha Smith. I love seeing, now when are we going to see Tasha on,
Her performances are so electric, you'd think all that talent couldn't possibly be duplicated. But here's the mind-bending Hollywood secret. It is duplicated. Tasha has an identical twin sister, Sidra Smith, who is a powerhouse in her own right, operating as a director and acting coach. While Tasha delivers blistering monologues, Sidra is the one calling action from behind the camera. This is one of the industry's most fascinating twin dynamics. They share not just a face, but a profound passion for storytelling. Yet, they've mastered opposite sides of the lens. They've even collaborated, with Sidra directing projects that feature Tasha's talents. One can only imagine their private conversations, a unique blend of twin intuition and industry shop talk, debating character motivation, scene blocking, and the pressures of being black women in Hollywood. Now here's a sister duo, linked by a famous last name, but known for very different reasons. Number 9. Rashida Jones and Kidada Jones. Witty, charming, and relatable as Ann Perkins on Parks and Recreation, Rashida Jones is everyone's favorite cool girl crush. Kidada Jones, on the other hand, is a celebrated fashion designer and stylist who was Tupac Shakur's fiancée at the time of his death, and has dressed everyone from Madonna to Rihanna.
You told me before that Tupac wanted kids. Go more into detail about that?
Oh, he did want to have kids.
They move in different circles, but what most people don't know is that they share a huge legacy as daughters of the music and entertainment titan, Quincy Jones. Growing up in the shadow of Q meant navigating immense privilege and even greater expectations. Yet instead of feeding off their father's name alone, they made their own legacies. Rashida, a Harvard graduate, painstakingly built a career as a respected actress, writer, and producer. Kidada forged her path in the high-stakes world of fashion, collaborating with Disney and designing iconic looks. While they aren't photographed together constantly, their bond is rooted in a surreal upbringing, one that included family dinners with Michael Jackson. The next sisters are often mentioned together but rarely appreciated for how far their influence goes. Number 8. Debbie Allen and Phylicia Rashad. Forget simply starring in iconic shows. Debbie Allen and Phylicia Rashad are the directors and the uncompromising matriarchs who helped build the modern landscape of Black Hollywood. Their story begins not on a soundstage, but in the segregated Houston of their youth, born to a poet father and a Pulitzer-nominated mother who instilled in them an unshakable belief in their own excellence. After facing rejection from ballet companies for her body type, Debbie bulldozed her way to fame as Lydia Grant on Fame, where she didn't just act, she choreographed and directed, becoming the show's driving creative engine. Her sister, Phylicia Rashad, ascended to a different kind of icon status. As Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show, she became the gold standard for the intelligent, elegant black matriarch on television, a role that earned her unparalleled love but also, she has noted, an unexpected burden of perfection. Where Debbie exploded onto stages, Phylicia mastered theater, making history as the first black woman to win a Tony Award for Best Actress in a play for A Raisin in the Sun. They have directed each other on stage and screen, most notably in the long-running theatrical production of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Beyond performance, they are mentors and educators, with Allen founding and leading the prestigious Debbie Allen Dance Academy. Now let's talk about sisters who literally grew up famous. Number 7. Nia Mowry and Tamera Mowry. From the moment they bellowed Sweet Shirt across the mall in the 90s, Tia and Tamera Mowry weren't just sitcom stars, they became the reality of sisterhood for a generation. On Sister, Sister, their separated-at-birth storyline was a cute fiction
Nia Mowry and Tamera Mowry's sister-sister bond can never be broken.
that played into the world's fascination with their real, inseparable bond. The show's success catapulted them from military brats who begged their mom for a shot in Hollywood into one of television's most recognizable sibling duos. But here's the real, relatable tea about twins growing up in the public eye. As they've built their own families and careers, with Tia in Los Angeles and Tamera in Napa, the world has become obsessed with diagnosing their relationship health. Recent years have brought whispers of a rift fueled by Tia once saying she wished they were still close, and Tamera revealing she found out about Tia's new reality show with the rest of the world. However, Tia recently addressed the speculation head-on, and she explained that adult life simply brings distance, a new normal they've navigated by making a pact to connect every single Sunday. But what if one sister became a rap icon and the other a film star? Number 6. Brat and LisaRaye McCoy. Born Shantae Harris, Brat exploded onto the hip-hop scene as a teenager, becoming the first solo female rapper to go platinum with her 1994 debut, Funk Daffyd. Her aggressive flow, jerseys, and braids broke the mold for women in rap, carving a path of unapologetic street authenticity. Her older sister, LisaRaye McCoy, chose a different kind of spotlight. She became a film and television actress, earning the title of the First Lady of Video Vixen in the 90s before landing her iconic starring role as Diamond in the cult classic The Players Club. These women lead parallel lives, and that was what left fans stunned when it was revealed that they were more than cousins. They are half-sisters who grew up together in Chicago. While both have kept much of their personal sisterly bond out of the tabloids, their individual lives have provided plenty of public drama and redemption arcs. Brat faced significant legal challenges in the 2000s, serving time in prison, a period of intense personal struggle. LisaRaye, too, has navigated a very public personal life, including a high-profile marriage to the former Prime Minister of the Turks and Caicos Islands, which ended in a dramatic, headline-grabbing divorce. Although their relationship has been strained by drama, the sisters still show deep care for each other. Now imagine sisters who dominate pop culture, yet have a sibling most fans barely know. Number 5. Chloe Bailey, Halle Bailey, and Ski Bailey. The origin story of Chloe and Halle Bailey is the digital age dream. Two preteen sisters posting soulful YouTube covers from their Atlanta living room. Their harmony so pristine, it stopped the scrolling of the most powerful woman in music. When Beyoncé herself signed them to her Parkwood Entertainment label in 2015, it wasn't just a record deal, it was an anointment. They were instantly christened music's next princesses, with Beyoncé as their fairy godmother. The world watched with bated breath as they stepped out from their Chloe x Halle unit. Halle embarked on a journey to a mythical kingdom, landing the role of a generation as Disney's first black live-action Ariel in The Little Mermaid. Her casting sparked a global conversation about representation, with Halle facing a torrent of racist backlash that she navigated with stunning grace, focusing on the joy she would bring to a new generation of children. Meanwhile, Chloe dove into the deep end of artistic and sexual liberation. Her solo debut was a bold, unfiltered exploration of desire and confidence, marked by provocatively titled songs and performances that declared her independence from the good girl image. But what happens when the sister hiding in plain sight isn't avoiding the industry, but is instead the strategic mastermind pulling the strings from behind the throne? Number 4. Regina King and Raina King. Let's talk about a Hollywood sister act where one gets the Oscars and the Emmys, and the other makes the whole show possible. Everyone knows Regina King, the actress who went from the sassy teen on 227 to an Oscar-winning powerhouse in If Beale Street Could Talk and the Emmy-dominating director of Watchmen and One Night in Miami. But here's the real insider tea. Her success is a family affair, spearheaded by her fiercely private and equally brilliant older sister, Raina King. Born and raised in Los Angeles, the King sisters were a team from the start. Their single mother, a teacher, instilled a strong work ethic, but it was Raina who first dragged a hesitant Regina to an acting audition. That pivotal moment set the course for history. Together, they co-founded the production company Royal Ties, and their collaboration is the secret engine behind Regina's most acclaimed projects. Also, Raina has been Regina's unwavering rock through immense personal tragedy, most notably the devastating loss of Regina's son Ian in 2022. In the brutal glare of public grief, Raina provided the private sanctuary only a sister can. Of course, not every sister act in Hollywood is a story of daily collaboration. Some are fascinating tales of two stars orbiting the same family legacy, yet living in totally different creative world. Number 3. Nia Long and Sommore. Buckle up for one of Hollywood's most fascinating blink-and-you'll-miss-it family ties. On one side, you have Nia Long, the eternal it girl of cinema, whose name is synonymous with 90s classic cool, from her groundbreaking role in Boys, Annie in the Hood, to stealing hearts as Will Smith's girlfriend, Lisa, on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. On the other side, you have Sommore, the unapologetically bold queen of comedy.
Kids have grown up and went off to school. Adults have grown up and went off to rehab. Like, it's crazy.
A veteran headliner known for her razor-sharp, no-holds-barred stand-up specials, and as the original host of BET's Comic View. Shockingly, they are half-sisters, sharing a father, the late poet and professor Dotry Doc Long. Here's where it gets juicy. They were not raised together and have navigated their lives and careers on wildly separate paths. After their parents' divorce, Nia was raised primarily by her mother in Los Angeles' acting scene, while Sommore grew up with her mother in Trenton, New Jersey. This split created a relationship that is acknowledged and respectful, but famously not close. And finally, the sister duo everyone knows, but no list would be complete without. Number 2. Beyoncé Knowles and Solange Knowles. While everyone might know about the most famous sister duo, Beyoncé and Solange, not many know the first major test their relationship had to face. When Beyoncé was around 10 and Solange was 5, Beyoncé's rising stardom with her early singing group Girls' Time began to create a rift. Bandmates would dismiss the younger Solange, telling her to shut up as she tried to choreograph, and Beyoncé initially failed to defend her little sister. Terrified of a permanent wall forming between them, their mother, Tina Knowles, made a then-taboo decision. She put her young daughters in therapy. Family members criticized the move, but Tina was determined. The therapy worked, creating a fiercely protective dynamic that defines them today. That protectiveness exploded into the public eye in 2014 with the infamous elevator incident at the Met Gala after-party. Surveillance footage showed Solange physically attacking Beyoncé's husband.
This surveillance video is from an elevator taken the night of the... You can see her throwing punches and kicks, and then that's allegedly Beyoncé.
Jay-Z, while Beyoncé stood stoically in the corner. While the family issued a united statement, the true catalyst remained shrouded in rumor. Recently, a new insider claim has surfaced. Fashion designer Oscar G. Lopez, who dressed stylist Rachel Roy, a figure long linked to rumors of Jay-Z's infidelity, suggested that the fight started because Jay-Z complimented Roy's gown, which Solange found improper that night. But what if the next connection happened later in life, through marriage? Number 1. Beyoncé Knowles and Bianca Lawson. Ever wonder what it's really like to have Beyoncé as a stepsister? Actress Bianca Lawson.
Beyoncé and Solange, they're your stepsisters? Mm-hmm. Yes, so I have to ask you, if you are...
A star in her own right from Pretty Little Liars and Save the Last Dance, offered a rare, honest glimpse into that very dynamic. And it's not the daily glam squad session you might imagine. The connection, which often shocks fans, was formed in 2015 when Beyoncé's mother, the formidable Tina Knowles, married actor Richard Lawson, Bianca's father. This instantly blended two powerful entertainment lineages. Bianca isn't just a stepsister. She comes from her own dynasty as the grandniece of Motown founder Berry Gordy. So, what's the relationship really like? In a recent interview, Bianca revealed they don't talk on the phone every day or anything like that, describing a bond built more on mutual respect and family occasions than constant contact. Her admiration for Beyoncé, however, is crystal clear. She emphasized the superstar's character, stating that she works so hard and is also a good person. Their bond is also deeply tied to their shared admiration for the family matriarch, Tina Knowles, whom Bianca has praised as so down-to-earth and someone you can chat with about anything. While their parents' marriage ended in 2024, the respectful connection between Bianca and the Knowles sisters appears to remain. How many of these relationships were you aware of? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.